Hey, get out of your seats, stand up, and let's jump into worship. It's time to worship. Practice the motions on your own. Let's see you do them.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart.
Welcome to Sunday Super Church service, and I am your host, Pastor Tony. And it's been a while since we've been in Studio CK. We did a few things, did some modifications, got some pretty cool lights behind me. But anyway, we're here to talk today about our sermon, and it's titled, Give It Away. Because you should just give it away. What are we giving? Let's read into it a little bit. So, everybody has people that they care about in their lives, and you care about them deeply. So when you've got someone close to you, one of the best ways you can show you care about them is to share your stuff, right? Sometimes it's easy to share, sometimes it's not easy to share, and I bet we can all agree that some of our favorite things that we have, we really don't want to share them. So, ever since kindergarten, or if you're in kindergarten watching this, you know that sharing is caring. Now let's take a look about some things that Pastor Tony has and see if he likes to share them or not. So if you were in kindergarten or are in kindergarten, you've learned that sharing is caring. They tell you that. Because when you're playing with your blocks and you're all excited, you're like, look at these blocks, I'm gonna build this really super cool tower. And then like little Jimmy comes over and is like, I wanna play blocks too. And you're like, no, these are my blocks. And then like your kindergarten teacher comes over and she's like, sharing is caring. And you're like, okay. And then you share, I guess. But sharing's important, and God teaches us that it's important. So God wants us to share. And it's not just the snacks. It's not just the candy. It's not just the lollipops. It's not just our Nerf guns. But we need to share Jesus. You know, when we have something that's valuable or important, oftentimes we don't want to share it with other people. But Jesus is the most valuable and the most important thing that we have, and we need to share it. And we need to practice sharing those other things, like you saw before. Yeah, sometimes I had trouble letting go of some of my favorite things, but Jesus is my absolute favorite thing, and I want to share him with everybody. So we have to practice with those little things to get to the big things. All right, so we are in Luke chapter 12 today, and Jesus is giving us a story about a guy who is kind of greedy. You know, he didn't want to share his things. So Luke chapter 12, verses 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide his inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." And he told them this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." So in Jesus' response, he's telling the parable of a farmer who had a big farm, a whole bunch of crops, but who was he thinking about? What was he thinking about? Verse 19. And I said to myself, verse 18. Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I'll tear down my little barns and I'll build bigger barns. And there I will store my surplus grain." That means extra. So the farmer decided to build bigger barns for storage. Verse 19. And I'll say to myself, "Self, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy. Eat, drink, be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded of you. Then who will get all you've prepared for yourself?" This is how it'll be for whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God. You see, Jesus' parable pointed to the importance of sharing what we have instead of just accumulating more things. A terminology that I have heard, whoever has the most toys when he dies wins. Well, if I have a lot of toys, what fun is it to play with toys by yourself? What fun is it to eat a bag of popcorn by yourself? Well, I will make a bag of popcorn and eat it by myself. But if somebody wanted some, I would share. I would share with you guys. I would share with you. But we have these things and we get this stuff and we don't want to just keep it all to ourselves, do we? Because then what fun would that be? If you had all the latest, greatest toys, don't you want some friends to share with, to have fun with it? If you got a go-kart, it would be fun to ride yourself, right? But wouldn't it be more fun if your friend came with you and you're like, "This is so much fun." You could enjoy it together. And it's the same thing with Jesus. We are created to enjoy him. And we're created to enjoy fellowship. We're created to enjoy other people. And if we have the greatest gift that anybody has ever received, we have this hope in Jesus Christ. And if we don't tell other people, man, we really are being selfish. So my challenge for you today, if you believe that you're a world changer, because I believe that you're a world changer, what can you do to share not only what we have, because there are many people out there that don't have a lot. And like I said, this week, because it's the second week of January, what is this? Our Mission Sunday. And our missions partners with the Sharpsburg Family Worship Center. They got a lot of stuff going on, but they're a church in need. They're in an area where kids don't have the same opportunities and the same things that we have. And that's why we're giving our surplus, we're giving our offerings to them to help bless them. You are raising money to help bless them. And like I said, we're gonna take a trip out there. We're gonna see all your hard work. You're gonna see videos, you're gonna see pictures, you're gonna see where your hard-earned money, when you give it to somebody else, when you sacrifice to someone else, you get to see that stuff here on earth, which is really cool. So my challenge for you is, what do you have that you can share? What do you have that you haven't been sharing? And how can we be less selfish in our lives? And my last challenge that I have for you is, this week I want you to pray and I want you to ask God, God, will you guide me to somebody that I am supposed to share my faith with about Jesus? Who can I share Jesus with? So that is your ultimate challenge for the week. So let's recap. What do I have that I can share with somebody else? What are things I have that I'm not sharing with somebody else? And who is that one person that I can share the good news with this week? Well, that's all the time I have with you. And you know what time it is. Oh, you don't know what time it is? Oh. Well, it's time for the So-and-So Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for another round of life-size Hungry Hippos? Let's bring out our players.
Woo! I won't chew. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bing bong.
Players, take your positions.
I'm ready. You ready, chicken?
All right. Here we go, Panda. Show them what we're made of.
Oh yeah, that's good center of gravity.
Get ready. Get set. Go!
Gotcha. Ha! Yes! Yes! All of them. Mine, not
And
yours.
they're
I am better.
grabbing the spheres.
I am superior. You are not. Oh,
Steven's
look at
looking
that.
like he's
That's
ahead.
a point.
Oh,
Wait, come here,
Lawson's
wait.
really moving across the
Championships.
floor.
Come on, here we go. Come on.
They're neck and neck.
Soccer ball, chicken. Ah,
And
you on the right. Go.
all the way across the floor, the Panda's really raking him across the coals. Steven's moving for the last big one.
I got the big ball. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Yeah. You got the. Where was that one? I didn't see.
Steven wins!
That's not fair. I didn't even see the big one.
Fine.
Look at that. I'll spot you a point. You
All
can have
right.
that one.
May
I
the
didn't
best
want
man
anyway.
win. Because he won.
That's a good one. Okay, wait.
What's next?
What's up?
Now it's time for life-size Jumanji.
Nope, I'm out.
Hey everybody, I'm Lawson.
And I'm Steven. Welcome to the So-and-So Show.
Oh, look at that. A comic book falling from the sky. It's a literary miracle.
Yeah, more like a out-of-control comic book collection.
What? No. Don't say that. They'll hear you.
Who? The drawings? Okay, seriously, Lawson, can you please explain what's going on here?
What, a guy can't like comics?
This is not liking comics. This is preventing us from being able to do literally anything on the show today.
Not true.
Look, these comics are all the same. It
Yeah, Frog Defenders of Saturn, issue number 106.
says 109.
It's a misprint, and that's what makes it more valuable.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that all of these are Frog Defenders of Saturn issue 109?
106.
Why?
Because they're mine, Steven. They're all mine.
But if they're all yours, that means nobody else can have one.
Precisely.
How much did all this cost you?
A lot.
And you think this is a wise investment?
Oh yeah, no, my investment coach is completely on board with my fiscal choices.
What? How do you know the word fiscal? And also, your investment coach?
Yes. Why don't you welcome someone who knows stuff? Welcome to the show, Mr. Moneybags.
Hello there, Lawson. Greetings, Stephen.
Hello, Mr.
Mr. Moneybags, that is correct. I love money.
You ever play Monopoly?
Oh, I love having monopolies.
Oh. Okay, well, we know who you are, so why don't you tell us what you know?
Oh, of course, it's all in the name, my boy. It's all in the name.
That's my friend.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
I know money. bags and bags of money. With money, anything you want is yours for the taking and for the keeping. Remember that, Lawson, my boy?
Exactly, right, yes. And I've been applying what you taught me to my comic book collection.
Ooh.
All for me, yes, it's true. I want all the comics show. Oh, well, for you.
Ah, bravo, bravo.
Well, that doesn't seem very nice.
Lawson, whenever a friend asks me for a favor, do you know what I tell them?
Oh, yeah, I know this one. You say,
I tell them no. All right? I tell them no. You don't need friends or favors in this life. Remember that all you need is pennies, quarters, and dollar bills raining from the sky. Those are your real friends.
but you do have friends that are real people, though, right? Right.
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. If you consider Mr. Franklin and Mr. Hamilton. Oh, hello there, Mr. Hamilton. Oh, you're looking mighty green today. Well, thank you, Mr. Franklin. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
Is this my future?
Oh, by the way, thank you for inventing electricity. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, and thank you for not throwing away your opportunity.
Okay, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
I need more of these.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kellen. Hey, Kellen. What do you have for us today?
Well, today we're looking at a parable that Jesus taught, sometimes called the parable of the rich fool.
Did somebody say rich?
Yeah, I did, Mr.
Mr. Archibald Moneybags, son. Mr. Archibald Moneybags. But you may call me Mr. Moneybags.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Clearly you're rich, but the person in the story was also a...
Oh, no. I'd be happy to help you tell your little story there, son. And, mark my words, you won't regret it.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, a parable, if you didn't know, is a story that has a lesson at the end. Jesus used stories sometimes to help people see what he was talking about in different ways. On this occasion, Jesus was teaching when someone said, "Teacher, tell my brother to give me half the stuff that belongs to our family." Now, they must have been having an argument over something about, like, who has the most stuff. So Jesus said, "Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has." Then Jesus tells them a story. There once was a rich man.
Boo-yay! Oh, I will add this to the 25 smackaroos I won in that beauty contest.
One year, his land produced a very large crop.
Look at all of my crops. Stupendous. But what should I do? I don't have anywhere to store all of these crops. And there is no way I could use all of these crops in just one season all by myself. What to do? What to do? Light bulb! I will take all of my barns and tear them down. Wait for it. Tear them down. But then build bigger ones. And then I will store all of my crops in these newer, larger barns. Ooh. You know, I have plenty of crops, and these crops are going to last me for a long time. I mean, many, many years, long time. So I should probably just take life a little easy. I suppose I'll just eat and drink and have a really good time.
But God said to him,
You foolish man, tonight I will take your life away from you.
Well,
Then who will get what you have
No.
prepared for yourself?
no! No!
To be clear, there were no, and I repeat, no inflatable kiddie pools in Jesus' story. But the rich man did die, and he never got to enjoy all the crops he had stored away for himself. Then Jesus said, that is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God. The end.
Wow. That was quite the ending.
Yeah, I think the point Jesus was trying to make is that we only have so much time here on earth. Do we want to spend it caring about all the stuff we have? Or do we want to spend our time caring for the people we love?
Yeah. Instead of keeping all the crops to himself, the rich guy could have shared with the people around him.
And I think that's what Jesus meant when he said we should be rich in the sight of God.
I think you're right. And that sounds like my job is done here. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Kellen.
Bye, Kellen.
Steven? Yes, Lawson?
I think I might be hoarding comic books.
Might be?
I don't want to die like the rich fool in Jesus' story. I don't want to end up friendless and alone.
I'm your friend.
Not now, Stephen. I have to do something. What should I do? What should I do? I don't... The light bulb. Reveal the question.
What do you have that you can share?
Comic books.
Yeah.
I have so many. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic.
Lawson?
You get a comic.
Thank you.
What do you have that you could share? Could be stuff you have, or you could share your time or your talents.
It's our responsibility to share what we have, and it's one of our rules for life. Share what you have.
Talk about what you have to share with each other.
And we'll see you next week. I'm Steven.
And I'm Lawson.
And this was the So-and-So Show.
Bow, 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 bow.
Hello? It's not about money anymore for me. No, not at all. I'm going to share from now on. Yes. Sharing is caring. I'm going to change my name even. They changed my name. It's not Mr. Moneybags anymore. No. See? It's gone. In fact, my name is Mr. Empty Pockets. That's right. I'm Mr. Empty Pockets now because I give away so much money that my pockets are empty. Hello?
Well, I hope you liked that so-and-so show and the worship and the message. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week. God bless. Dream big, shine bright.